Private equity funds have long lives. The term of the fund begins following the first close and runs for 10 to 12 years. For private equity funds to exist, you need money, and lots of it. Most of the money will be provided by limited partners, who in most cases are high net worth individuals, pension funds, universities, insurance companies, and other PE funds. The general partner is typically expected to have some skin in the game as well by committing from 1 to 5% of total commitments made by investors. It is an attractive marketing element because investors believe it helps better align the interest of the GP with their own, since they will be sharing all of the losses as well as profits. To get funding, the GP will typically hold one-on-one presentations to potential investors with whom he or she has a pre-existing relationship, or hire placement agents who bring together the general partner with the investors and set out the basic terms relating to the engagement. The reason for this are the US private offering rules, which forbid the general solicitation or advertisement of the fund offering. That includes broadcasts over the TV and radio, articles in newspapers, magazines, similar media, and even seminars whose attendees have been invited by the general advertising. This probably explains why you never heard about one. The terms discussed with investors are usually distributed through a private placement memorandum, PPM, briefly describing the fund and its structure, the GP's and team's track records, and the fund's investment objectives and legal terms. Every fund has a capital raising target outlined in its LPA, Limited Partnership Agreement, which we'll break down later. The first close, and a private equity can have many of them, occurs when the general partner identifies investors who are ready to commit sufficient capital to the fund. Sufficient is based on the initial target amount that the GP is trying to raise. The final close will happen when the target is reached, or 12 to 18 months after the first close. Each investor becomes a limited partner by executing a subscription agreement, fund's operating agreement, and few other required legal materials. No additional capital can be raised after the final close. In the next video, we'll discuss the structure of the private equity funds and their LPA.